hasn't gone live in a while. Just want to see how you guys are doing, how things are going as well for everyone. Freelancing, Fiverr, how everything is. Let's see how freelancing. So hey guys, thanks for joining. Just wanted to go live to see how you guys. Let me know if you hear me fine. Just wanted to think. Just trying to post a question on the YouTube. But yeah, for some reason I can't. Anyways, yeah, just wanted to see how it's going. Malik, thanks for joining. Let me know if you hear me as well. Fine, haven't gone live for a while. Actually, it's been maybe, yeah, two weeks maybe. So it's been at one moment been going live very often. But just coming to you with some updates. Finishing November. Starting, we are going in the last month of this year, and obviously the Thanksgiving, the holidays, Black Friday, everything is coming, right? So I'm also curious to hear how your sort of freelancing is going so far. Are you seeing some, maybe more demand the Black Friday than last year, or is things are the same, or things are maybe a bit slower? So yeah, we'll be curious to hear. And also for me, it's been actually, I would say same, like things have been quite, yeah, I don't know why I cannot post the question, but never mind. So things have been somewhat similar as the previous months. Fiverr has been, I'm going to be posting tomorrow a new video about unified inbox on Fiverr. Just kind of sharing my thoughts about this whole unified inbox structure and what do I think about it. I'll be sharing it tomorrow, just giving you some breakdown. But also, there are a lot of profile reviews. You guys are submitting a lot of profile reviews, which is great. And I will be also doing that. I'll be going over the profiles. I'm currently, if you're just checking out, I'm recording as well shorts and giving some tips on those Fiverr profile reviews. And also I have recorded another video which is very interesting, I think. Just kind of like your, what can you do different in 2026? What sort of things have been working for me as well, that I'm trying to focus more and push it as a priority. So yeah, so we will see how things will go. But yeah, I don't know why I cannot post. Tech Gadget, thanks for joining as well. So I also wanted to hear your thoughts as well on something that like a mini project that like right now we're currently making as well. And this project is really just kind of about the YouTube, the whole YouTube space, about the YouTube channel that I have as well. So if you guys are watching, I want you to try this out. You can go to this, you can see this link here, tubebot.chat/Vasily. So you will be actually able to try and test it. So this is something that we are kind of testing out. You can ask anything, and it will give you exactly how the segments of my videos. For example, you can ask how. I don't know, how much Vasily made in 2025 on Fiverr. So I can ask this sort of a question and that might happen to you in 2025, and potentially to avoid any mistakes that you can encounter. The first thing, of course, 2024, we finished the year with 377,000
dollars made on Fiverr, which is just
So it's pretty cool. It's like it takes all of the, for example, you can see this video here.
how to make money on Fiverr in 2025.
Well, this one starts from the beginning because I talked at the beginning about.
As this is actually was available from 2017, but 2025 we are at $335,000.
So you can see it kind of like takes the segments and shows you. It analyzes the whole channel, so you can try it out. You can just go to this website here and try it out and search for different things if you are interested, just to see. And yeah, I think this is something that we are just testing with the YouTube, so I'll really appreciate your feedback as well. Tech Gadget, let me know how I can help as well you. But regarding the Fiverr profile reviews, so you guys are been posting your profiles. I've been checking your profiles as well. I'm recording some shorts, and I will be continuing to of course provide the feedback on those profiles. You know, the thing that I'm really a bit surprised with Fiverr is how the Fiverr ads started to work maybe worse as well in the last few months. For example, right now I can show you here what has been happening, but this month, so I've been actually, because you have this budget that you can change. So right now we have, you can see here, this month, so I spent 1,375, and this is what we are getting back in the sales. So probably most likely I will be also testing, I'll be testing more the spending like on the meta ads, because right now, for example, I'm seeing better results with just using Instagram as an outreach platform to reach out to people who might be interested in the services that I provide. So this is something I think is interesting as well to explore more. And also the other things, I'll be making a YouTube video as well about like the services that I do. So like, for example, how to grow on Instagram in 2026. And it's going to be like a mini course with a lot of tips, a lot of value, and essentially trying to push people to order this service. So that's the idea as well. Melo, thanks for joining as well. How's your work going on Fiverr? Are you getting new clients? It's been going actually better than probably October, as I can say. I can show some of the stuff. So for example, today I got, so you can see the graph here, 10 new orders, which is not bad. Yesterday was 8. Right now we're averaging 7.5 new orders, like let's say 7 orders on average. So it's still good. It's still like around 30K for now. So it's still very positive. But we will see how things will go towards the end of the year, because for example, right now it's been a bit of a drop since the August. So we have 44, 33, 34, 27. So I think probably it's going to be somewhere around 34, 35, and probably December we're hoping this can be better. But my plan as well for December, I'm going to do complete rebranding of Fiverr. New gig videos, new gig images, new descriptions, new FAQ, new everything. Like everything is new. It's going to be completely a rebranding. So I can see how that, hopefully that will also help as well. I think it's a must. I haven't recorded videos, new videos for a while, so that's something that I'm looking forward. So I hope that can bring some additional revenue. Do you have a service I can sell on Fiverr for the coming holiday season? So also we'll be launching something interesting as well in the freelance hustle. Yeah, Mel, send me a message on Instagram. Just say that you came from the live, and we can discuss how we can collaborate. but yeah. So I think I mean, we're doing bunch of services, like Instagram growth is one of the main services, content creation is another service as well. Created a Fiverr gig and I'm not getting orders. So I would say it takes time. It takes time. Unfortunately, Fiverr is not so friendly at the beginning. Let's say freelancing. Trying to, yeah, I cannot post some Q&A, but never mind. So guys, thanks for joining. I also would love for you to try this the platform that I've been just experimenting, nothing crazy. It's you can go this link here, tubebot.chat/ just the homepage, or you can put my name here, and really you can find like things. For example, we can check the diary of the CEO, for example, the diary of CEO, right? And we can, like, let's type, for example, how to make money, let's say best business ideas for best, let's do online business ideas, for example, right? So we can just type that in the chat, and then it will give us like the segments. So
if you've been thinking of starting your own business, I want to take a moment to nudge you into action. This is the month to begin.
And this is going to be a Fiverr probably.
My show sponsor Shopify has made it easy enough to tell.
Okay, so anyways, I think it's still relevant, right? It still brought him to the
business through one.
All right, Stan.
Start, scale, and grow your own multi-million pounds businesses from scratch.
Okay, this is so
If you
it's
have any instinct to start a business in the shower, when you're driving, when you're on a walk, randomly you have this like, oh, this would be a cool idea. Try it. When you look across the millions of stores on Shopify, oops.
Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I think it will be awesome if you guys can try it out. Just send me a feedback. Like, I would love to hear. I mean, this is something new that we just tried to do, and I mean, it's essentially it's just an idea. So it will be nice for you to try it out. You can use my channel. You can use a bunch of other channels. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah, Fiverr is gonna be. So I'm looking forward to do the complete rebranding in December. New videos, everything new. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Overall, the year has been great. I think like considering the downsides and other things, and things going on Fiverr, it's been still a great year. Like you can see, $400,000 on Fiverr. 2024, it's been, you can see it's been like less, but more cancellations actually. I mean, I know why, because there are some issues with this, with things with the service. 2023, it's 300,000. 2022, 148. 2021, 128. So it's not a bad. Yeah, 2020, I quit Fiverr. 2019, that has been quite a big year, and then 2018 has been probably the biggest year on Fiverr. Yeah, so yeah, still very positive. We'll see how things will go in December and beginning of the year as well. I want to ask how you manage number of queries and how many team members you have. Also, do you handle instant growth manually? Do you use tools? So for instant growth, we have, I do believe, a really good system as well that helps us grow accounts. And it's very common. It's done by following people, by liking, by interacting with people. Mustafa, thanks for your support, like always. Thanks for supporting. But yeah, so I think we have a good system. So we work with also like agencies, sellers, or as well, who are using us to sell this type of service. Right now, actually today we've been working and kind of releasing. It's still, well, it will be released fully until the end of this week, but we created a new dashboard where you can track things, and I think for clients it will be really nice. So yeah, it's basic, you know, like interacting with people. So nothing really new, but you know, of course, of course it brings results. That's why clients want to do that. Yeah, so team members, I have a whole video. Actually, this is, you know, let me show you something, because this idea is also, so for example, if you go to, let me show you here. Just a second, guys, I'll show you in a second. But if you go to, for example, if you go to this link, I just posted in the chat, and pin a message. So if you click on this link, you can actually ask you know, anything. So you can ask, and it will find the content on the channel. So you can ask the way that you ask, for example, how many team members, let's say, Vasily has. So, and it will find an exact video. Sorry, it will find an exact.
He has 8 people working with him. He is a role model. Sorry.
So, for example, look, it found the exact moment here.
23, he has 8 people working for him. He is a role.
So that was a bit like later video. For example, this video as well.
Can be dedicated. Let's say I'm gonna put Vasily. So in this column, I have the cards, the tasks that I need to do myself.
So this is also talks about the team members. This I think talks about
delegate work or to find, you know, somebody who could help me, you know, with this work and to try to take more job. And I did choose this second because I think that.
So let's see, for example, obviously there is improvements we can do to this platform, but yeah, this is also introduction I had. Let's see this one.
Behind the scenes there. First of all, I do have a team, so this is not just, you know, me doing all of this work. I do have a team right now. It's actually 8 people. It can be increasing, but right.
So, yeah, you heard the answer. You know, it finds the exact moment. You can actually test it with the Diary of CEO. So if you go to like the home page here, you will see there are some you know, channels that you can test. Like you have Lex Friedman, you have Diary of CEO. Like, you know, Lex Friedman, you can ask, for example, he had this famous interview with the Pavel Durov. You can ask how many shareholders does Telegram has, for example, and it will search for the videos. And
companies that achieve the scale that Telegram does, it has very few employees. So how many people are on the core team? Let's say the core engineering team.
The core engineering team is about 40 people. This includes back-end, front-end.
so you can see it's also found that, I mean, obviously it's not like shareholders, but you can find there will be like more segments and it will answer the questions. What will be advice someone having a hard time deciding which service or skill to learn and offer? So I have a great video I recorded today. I will try to post it. I was a bit, the microphone was a bit like kind of, you know, scratchy when I was driving. I was, you know, discussing, but I think I'll tell you that is that you need to pick the skill that is hard to replace with someone. So for example, let's say your client will order a service from you. So for example, the client will order from me a social media content, right? So I will create social media posts for a client. This service is not very complicated. So they can find someone who does it cheaper, and that's it, you know. So they will not use me anymore. So I can be easily replaceable by someone who can do it cheaper, by some AI, you know, which can do some basic stuff that they might think that it's better, and etc., right? But if you offer something more complex, more technical, more something that, you know, they will just don't want to spend time doing that themselves, or it's going to be hard to replace someone. So for example, let's say someone needs to do something more technical, like let's say someone has their like you know, website or marketplace or platform, and you need to like integrate something, you need to like, you know, develop something maybe small, you know, and essentially these kind of things, like you will have this first you know, the client that will ask you to do some basic maybe automation or something like that, and then essentially that client can like what you have done, and that client will say like, hey, I like what you're doing, let's actually, can you do some more development, can you build some more things, can you do more stuff? And I think that's where you can really build a good sustainable income, because usually these types of clients, they're very long-term clients, they don't want to find someone else because they're happy with your progress. So I think you should look for skills that are like this, more like they are kind of you know, hard to be replaced, right? Because what I do, let's say Instagram growth is a bit different. I think we have some advantage, competitive advantage, because we have a good system, we can manage a lot of clients, and the results are actually good, you know, and the accounts are, you know, accounts are safe, clients seeing the progress, they're happy, you know. So there's also other thing, which is the clients will order your service. For example, the content service that we do, it's not going to bring them like leads or sales. It's mostly building like a good branding. It's building some, you know, it's building them some kind of aesthetic awareness, brand awareness, aesthetic look. So it can potentially bring them the sales in the future. For example, if they use the content to run ads, it will be good, right? But for the growth, when we're doing the Instagram growth, we are bringing them the people, the new people, you know, that they find out and they decide to interact, follow them. So that's different, because the clients, they're like, okay, I'm seeing the progress, I'm seeing new people, and that's why they're going to be paying more, like longer term, you know, on the monthly basis. So yeah, that's the whole concept, the whole idea behind this this thing. So yeah. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know how your Fiverr as well has been, or Upwork, or if you're maybe thinking to start one, if you are, you know, going in some direction and you're, you know, maybe confused. So let me know. That will be also happy to share some thoughts, some ideas as well with you. For me personally, I'm gonna be doing a big rebranding on Fiverr. So in December we have new videos, we have a lot of new things that are gonna be coming. So I will be just kind of seeing, also sharing with you how those changes will affect the sales and everything, because I think it's important. You need to update your videos every other then, so it's something that is, I think, is a must. So Upwork, it can be a little bit tricky because you have to apply for jobs. So we have here actually Mustafa, who was very kind to donate. Thanks again for that. But Upwork, you need to have good portfolio, you need to have like certificates, you need to have, you know, kind of initial background, you know, like if you're coming to Upwork with like zero experience, with everything zero, it's probably going to be even more harder, because you know, you're going to be competing with so many people, and it's hard. I think the best thing probably it's going to be for you to start at the same time working on your brand, like personal brand, on LinkedIn somewhere, so you can, you know, kind of like have some, you started both at the same time on LinkedIn, on Upwork, but at least you have some credibility, because when people are going to be searching for you, checking your stuff, it will make a difference. If you don't have anything, it's just going to be very hard to get those initial jobs. You will get it for sure. It will be maybe like extremely low price, you will get it. And then essentially hopefully that client maybe can be like $10 client, can be turned into like a $100 client, and then you essentially can, you know, do more stuff, and that's going to help you with the Upwork initial boost. How do you deal with the cancel orders in a way that doesn't drain you mentally? Sometimes it hits me harder than it should. I just accept it, you know. It's part of the business. It's part of the game, you know. Like for example, I have a client right now. She wants to cancel, and this client, for example, I'm looking at right now. They cannot like, you know, come up with they cannot reset the password. There is something blah blah blah, you know. And like she just wants to cancel it, you know, and it's a shame because it's a highest package, you know. It is what it is, you know, like, I mean, I don't really look at it as... So one thing that I suggest is that if you have a cancel order and it's not by your fault, doesn't even if it's your fault, you can still just send it to the support, you know, and say that buyer has ordered something that is outside of the scope. This is not what I do. They order by mistake, blah, blah, blah. So they will not cancel. They will not count as a cancellation. So it will not like impact you negatively. But yeah, just accept. I mean, you know, sometimes you have to let yeah, like for example, I was before maybe very like, yes, oh my god, 4.3, 4.5, 4.7, this is disaster, you know. And then you just let it go, and essentially it's not something that is going to be like killing your business, your Fiverr profile, you know. So just you know, okay, you have to care about the quality, but yeah, I think just for your mental health, you know, just get over it, you know. Before, I remember, yeah, the clients left me like a bad feedback. I would be like miserable. I would be like, oh my god, I need to like do something. I need to, I don't know, just kind of, you know, I need to understand why they left. Right now, you know, it's you don't want to waste your time on someone who just doesn't respect you and doesn't respect your time. Just get over it and write a nice response to the feedback, to the bad feedback, for example, and tell your point as well, your perspective of the situation, and just move on, and that's it. You know, I think you will save yourself from unnecessary stress and bad energy. So yeah, that's all I can say about the feedbacks. So yeah, if you guys joining just now, again, I would love for you to try to test it out, a free platform that we're kind of testing right now. You can go to, you have the link actually in the pinned comment. It's gonna go to my sort of bot, and you can search for anything. So for example, you know, we did this test, like you can ask, let's say, for example, what tools Vasily use to manage his clients. So, and it's gonna find Jovan, thanks for joining.
It will cost you a lot.
Naravno.
More and more clients. So for us, first of all, we started with a few scheduling platforms. We started with a platform called Sendable, and we've been using it for actually more than maybe 2 years.
This is pretty good, guys. I mean, I don't know what you think, but this is definitely a great hack, you know, like for example, this one.
Probably he has already a lot of experience with like managing people. So yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's a disadvantage to have an agency profile. I don't think it's a disadvantage to have. I think if your services are more higher ticket, probably it makes more sense to show the team. How do you also manage?
Okay, this one is an older video.
Kind of careful. So I'm going to show you another method which you can be charging more, and that's going to be more interesting for a client. But full and follow, it's $300 per month maximum. That's what.
Yeah. So you can try it out. I think it's really going to be, for example, actually that was also a long time interview.
Stuff. How, like, until now, I guess now you're like trying to base your team as well, but until now, how you were able to control those people, like when you had someone.
So yeah, try to play around with it. I think it can be good. It can be interesting. Okay, Caveman, thanks for joining. I made over 80K in Fiverr and I have big down drop about to quit. Let me know. So first thing, I think one thing that will be helpful for everyone is that we are launching in the freelance hustle, we're launching the jobs. This is a new feature. This is like, you can see it as a test. It's not available yet, but it's soon. It will be available. So I will post a job and then essentially people will see the job, right? And then you can, for example, go here and you can send your offer for that job. And essentially I can charge the client X price and you offer Y price, and essentially we work within the platform. And then we build this integration that it will track the order let's say when I have an order for that specific, when I'm using, for example, you to work on it. I will be, so you'll be able to see the status as well of this order if it gets completed and stuff. And obviously this person will be paying to the freelance hustle, and then once the job is completed, we will be paying you this amount. So there will be a fee that the commission, there will be like 10% commission that we will take. But I think this is a great direction that we want to try, because there are I have around 200 clients, and some clients that I have, they need to have maybe video editing or creating some, automations, websites. So I can be posting this on Freelance Hustle and I can be working with you guys, for example. So right now you have to be using Freelance Hustle to do that, but I think this is a great direction. So yeah, maybe that can kind of help, and I hope that that can be also a good solution. So we'll see. I understand a lot of you guys, and thanks Kevin for trying it out and using it. I understand the biggest problem is that we want to get clients, right? But I think we have even the community, we have around 50 sellers, and a lot of sellers who have who are making good money on Fiverr, and potentially they don't offer something that they can offer this, and that's a great opportunity, I think. So we are nearly done. I think tomorrow we're planning to final, this week we'll finalize it, and most likely next week it will be available for testing. So we'll start and see the direction, but I think it's gonna be good. So, but don't quit. I think you should not quit Fiverr, because, for me, let me show you. If you joined, some of you guys joined maybe later, I was just showing at the beginning, so I can show it again. So this is the stats for the last 30 days, right? So it's $31,000, amazing, right? I mean, it was more, but essentially it is what it is, right? So this is 2017. 2017. You can see we have 276,000, right? That's 2017. Now I go to 2018, right? We have almost 600,000. Amazing, right? 2019, we have less. And then I had to really, I had to cancel a lot of orders. You can see, for example, here, canceled $21,000, right? So I had issues with my service. I couldn't do it. So I quit Fiverr. You can see here, $4,000 made, quit Fiverr. 2020, did other things. 2021 came back again, 128. It's painful. Of course, it's not, it is hard going from 600 to 100. It's not easy, right? But then essentially you make yourself like this one, 148, 2023, 300, 2024, 377, and then 2025 we're finishing right now with 410. So it's it's always going to be like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, unless you build a sustainable system. So you need to have a good system. You should not rely on Fiverr, just on Fiverr, because Fiverr can be great, but then if Fiverr drops, your expenses are the same, you will be in trouble. So that's I always say about these things. How do you manage handling a large volume of orders alone without a team while maintaining quality and avoiding burnout? So this is a great, because tomorrow I have a great video about this. First of all, you need to hire people. Like it's important, because otherwise you will be alone, you'll burn out, and then you'll be like, okay, I don't want to do it, then you want to do it, then you don't want to do it. So you have to suffer a little bit yourself to make this initial first some revenue, like let's say, I don't know, $1,000 per month. And then you need to look at things that you can potentially hire someone. Of course, if you're making 1,000 per month, you probably will not be able to hire someone like full time, right? But maybe you can hire someone part time for like $200. You can still keep 800. You'll pay 200, right? Of course, 800 after, I don't know, let's say you do your taxes, whatever, you have less, but still, let's say we are just tracking the expenses. So you have 1,000 per month, you find someone for 200, which that person can probably do for like, okay, not maybe a lot of things, but a few things, and those few things can save you some time. And essentially, once you start making more money, then you can hire someone who can handle specific part of your let's say fulfilling, right? Let's say we have, for example, we have a content creation service. So we have designers that we are paying. The designers, they are creating the designs, right? This is like, we're paying for this type of job from them, right? Then I have also someone that I'm paying more, but this person handles the management of clients, orders and stuff, right? So it's different. So there is different level of hires that you need to make. Right? You cannot just hire someone and I made this mistake at the beginning. I remember I hired someone. Yeah, actually, I mean, she's still with me. And I hired her and I said like, okay, how much is gonna I asked her how much is gonna cost just to manage everything, like this. And she kind of said it because she was also, I mean, she was excited, but at the same time we had not a good system. So it didn't work out. So we had to like, come back to this other tasks again. So yeah, it's a journey, right? But I think you should look for building this a team. It's definitely not easy. Like we hired a lot of people and fired and let them go and stuff. It's tough, but I think it can definitely help you. But you want to keep your expenses optimized, because right now, for example, let's say we have some expenses and that kind of we took some more expenses and then suddenly we have $10,000 less every month that is coming. Of course, it's not very healthy, but you have to also consider that. So okay, Mustafa, how do you manage the quality of job? Right now we're gonna keep it like in the beta mode, and then we will see. So probably people will have their own some kind of like ranking or something like that. People will have their internal ranking there in our platform, so we can see how. I already sent you a message on Instagram for consulting. I start Fiverr by the end of 2023. Send me. I'm not sure if did I reply to you. Just you can send me a message again if you can. That will be good just in case. I mean, yeah. If you can send it again just in case. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to remember from the YouTube live. But anyways, thank you so much again for trying the platform and using it. Don't give up. I think my specialist expert Airbnb marketing strategist and CEO specialist. I think you can do successful. You can be successful on like getting these clients, even like on YouTube, for example, because you have a lot of knowledge about Airbnb, how to grow Airbnb. So why don't you create like a channel about, for example, how to grow my Airbnb, let's say here, right? So you can you have these types of videos which you can see them here. So Airbnb business growth, how to start your first Airbnb business, how to start Airbnb business. So I think you have, because you're working with clients, so you have like some knowledge about the Airbnb business, and I think this is a great opportunity. Like you can create some YouTube videos about the Airbnb, marketing Airbnb, and then you can just upsell how to market Airbnb listing, for example. Boost Airbnb bookings instantly, like 170,000 views, for example, right? I mean, imagine how many clients you can get from this. Get your Airbnb to page #1 in search every time with one trick. Again, 100,000 views. So this one, how to promote your Airbnb in 2024. I mean, if you will just change the title, probably it will get more views, right? But still 20,000 views. Yeah, so I think there is still a lot of potential. Like that's why it's sad. It's very sad that that sometimes Fiverr makes us, kind of like, yeah, like it makes sad that Fiverr is just sometimes like we're not getting the same traffic as we used to get, for example, and then things are disappointing, right? So, but don't get this discouraged. I think that's why you have to look for other channels, like marketing channels, to market things more effectively. So, and I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible. So, you can do it directly. You can do other, So there's bunch of different options to still get clients. Like we started to use more Instagram, like reaching out on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, even if it's on the first page on Fiverr, it still can be, it's not your problem. Nothing is wrong with your service, but it's just the way how Fiverr works these days, So, because you have to look at the things, like for example, you have Fiverr ads, you can spend more on Fiverr ads, right? Like we can spend $100, but why did they increase this budget right now? Probably because, they want to also make more money, probably because, yeah, I mean, there must be a reason as well. And for sure, like they could have done it maybe, 6, 7, 8 months ago, right? But they just did it now, for example. And right now, I mean, I did increase it. I'm actually, I'm going to be decreasing tomorrow to $10 just for the weekend. I usually decrease it back to 10 per day for the weekend, and then I increase it again to 50. Right now I'm doing the 50 per day from Monday, but right now actually doesn't even make sense to spend 50. Like I'll put it 10 because it's a Thanksgiving. Because the biggest market is still the US. Like there are a lot of clients in the US, and right now it's a Thanksgiving, so it's probably not a great idea to spend like $50 and let's say the businesses are not on Fiverr. Yeah, that's the thing. They sell it for $5, and that's why like it maybe doesn't have as strong value, like when clients are seeing like your service, which is $250, and then someone else is selling for $5. I mean, they're like, okay, there must be something strange going on in these services, right? So, but I wouldn't decrease your prices. I think it's my prices are also quite high as well. My prices are for Instagram growth. It's also expensive because someone is going to do it for cheaper all the time. Yeah. Germans are coming. German buyers. There are a lot of them as well on Fiverr, so for sure they're there. Will you make these review videos for Upwork? Yeah, I'm not sure about Upwork because I think Mustafa, you have a lot of knowledge about Upwork, so you should do them as well. How you were selling your service in the beginning? What was your prices in the beginning? Yeah, in the beginning it was actually, let's what we can do, we can go to let me just check something quickly. So we can go to Did Fiverr remove? Okay, they still have it. You know, my first prices were $5 and then it increased. But again, I think you should price yourself like, you know, if you have a good reputation, good portfolio, you can price yourself reasonable, you know, not like $5, but, you know, maybe something that you not usually charge, because you have to charge a little bit less to get the momentum, but still something that is like, it's, you know, when they look at like you charge it for $5, they might be thinking like there is some catch or it's like a not good service. So you don't want to also look like that. But for example, let's see here. So, you know, this is like also crazy. Like I have clients who, like you can see here, like they spend, you can see like $20,000, $18,000, $12,000, like just on my services, right? And this is crazy. And this, of course, because my services are, they're not like high ticket. So that means they have ordered like many times. So yeah, and we have also, actually not sure why it's 0, but maybe it was not updated, or there is obviously some bugs maybe, or maybe it was actually canceled as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, some, of course, you know, yeah. So those are zeros, which is interesting. Let me just go to. So yeah, you know, I think it's, yeah, actually because it was canceled. It's harder to convert. It's harder to retain clients on Fiverr. This is something that is also interesting. Like it's harder to keep this client paying for a long time, because that's the difference between Fiverr and Upwork. Like Upwork is more like you get a contract, you work with the client, you really build the long-term relationship. You have this kind of, you know, contract in progress. So that's that. On Fiverr, it's really like, it's like you sell, you know, like on the market, you know, something like the buyers is going to try your service, is going to try my service, is going to like get a taste and then stay a little bit, and then they will essentially move on to someone else. But you guys remember as well Lambros. So Lambros, he is also a Fiverr seller, Upwork seller as well. So, and he has, I had an interview, for example. You can also, if you guys joining now, you can go into the link that I mentioned, and this is like the chatbot. You can ask, for example, how did Lambros get started on Fiverr, and it will find the exact segment for that, so we can actually see it here. I've been showing about my Fiverr journey. I decided to create a free website for you. What do you think? If you like it, we can work together. Yes, I had this idea too. I think it's this one.
So he put himself on Craigslist and he was doing contracts in order to make.
So yeah, you can also find here information and yeah. So, but he is actually, you know, he's doing both Fiverr, and he has right now 45 active orders on Fiverr, which is good. And then he has, you know, active milestones 3 as well, hourly 2. So he just started like, I think this summer probably on Upwork. So you can do both, you know, you can do both. I think that's also totally fine. So yeah. All right, guys. So I think I'm gonna call it a day, and gonna be doing more live profile reviews. Of course, this is coming. I will be recording shorts as well, so you can. Hopefully, you're seeing them sometimes. Tomorrow, I have a new video on YouTube about Fiverr Unified Inbox. My honest thoughts about this whole feature that Fiverr has done, the Unified Inbox. So you can see it tomorrow on the channel. And also next week, we're launching this jobs update. Jobs update, I think, will be nice. So if you guys are doing something, I might be working with you as well. like if you're offering some services and stuff. So it will be nice. Just stay tuned. I'll announce it here in the channel. I will announce it in multiple places. So yeah, that's the plan for now. And thanks for your support. Keep pushing. Stay positive. Like stay hungry. I think a lot of good things will come to you as well. Doesn't matter if it's difficult, challenging right now. Just keep going, keep enjoying the process, and look at the long-term vision rather than the short term, and things will pay off. So thanks a lot. Take care.